long time coming. I haven't done this one yet. It's a 2014 remake of a French film, B13, or the District B13, something like that. And this is Brick Mansions with Paul Walker. Man, I miss him. And then you got this other guy, David Bell, and the RZA, who's not an actor, but he's not the lead in the film. So let's get started. It's about an hour and 30 something minutes. Like, I think an hour and 36. Yeah. Relativity Media. Eurotopia, because it was filmed in Europe. (2018). Looks like today. Yes, I don't know. These actors look foreign. Oh, man, today. David Bell, he was in the original film. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Crime. It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. A sniper. I didn't know this was a remake when it first came out. I got a new subscriber. Because the original was in French, and I didn't want to read subtitles. And that black girl's sexy. I don't mind a remake as long as it does something different. It's not a shot for shot copy of the original. 29. Get it? And this is a PG-13, which is weird because it looks like an R-rated film, like The Raid. Yep, parkour. At least unlike Fast and the Furious, that was awesome. Wow. He's like Spider-Man. He just jumps really fat, really high. Excuse me. No, they can't say that. It's a PG-13, so. Tasered him. Or stun gun. Wow. The stunt work is really well done here. So there were mattresses up there. Who puts mattresses on top of a roof? Movies like this are just not meant for critics. They don't like remakes. 90% of remakes that come out, they crap on. Even if they're not that bad. Tom Cruise did this in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Wow. Jump from an explosion. Wow. That's the opening. We're in the first 8 minutes of the movie. Brick Mansion. A CD. There's Paul Walker. I miss him a lot. Night scene. Not every movie needs to make money to be to be entertaining. Blade Runner 2049 didn't make money, or Furiosa, and they still entertained me. Some rappers are not actors. Ice Cube is, but because he trained to act, and Ice T. But the RZA's not an actor. You know, you can hire actual actors. This is not the 90s anymore. It's the 2020s. This was 2014, but still. This is when the RZA was in a movie every year. I'm like, why? He's not an actor. We could tell. You could tell by the way he talks. He's not an actor. I know this bald-headed actor. He was in the Boondock Saints, Phantom of the Megaplex, and other stuff as well. It's a secret entrance. Hmm. Welcome to summer, by the way, 2025. We finally made it. It was not easy because spring was so long and boring, but most of it, not all of it, but at least the summer, I have a whole summer to enjoy and not let anybody get in my way. That's include. You know who you are. Sharks. Mm-hmm. That's what they did with when the Switch 2 came out. 2 weeks ago, because it came out on June 5th. We're 15 minutes in. At least this is way shorter than Batman Begins by an hour. Yep, he's a cop. Also, this is shorter than Running Scared because that was like almost 2 hours. This is not, so it's nice, 90 something minutes. He's trying to cut him with an axe. Yeah, have some coke. Missed. I do the movies I want to do when I want to do it. I don't have to take months and years to get things done. I don't have excuses. I have a DVD player on my phone, and I also have the laptop, but I'll use the laptop next week to do a podcast. Again, more good stunt work. And people. And unlike Fast and the Furious, the car's not flying. Not a kid. Hello, John. This movie doesn't deserve to get blasted by critics. It didn't. Because it's a remake. Oh my god. It's not a shot for shot. It does its own thing. I missed. Oh, you did. Because in Fast and the Furious, the cars can't just go fast anymore. Now they have to fly and ride on walls and defy gravity. Yeah, that's not how cars work, guys. Cars are very heavy. They don't fly. Watch for the cops. Right into this release station. That was awesome. They got him. Yep, he's gonna take a nap now. Yep, again. Because they can't say the word because it's a PG-13. I think the original District B13 was an R because it's from Europe, and Europeans don't hold things back. They don't. They want to show violence, nudity, or say a bunch of curse words, even subtitled. They will say it because they don't care. In America, everybody's overly sensitive, and I don't understand why. Life is raw, man. You can't just. You know, it's not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows and heat, excessive heat like we have today. Jermaine Alexander. We're 21 minutes in, and we already had several good stunt work and good stunt sequences and action. Yes, PG-13, but it's done well. It's not a cartoon because once we got to like Furious 7 when they're driving through buildings, that defies all logic whatsoever, and it's stupid. That scene was dumb. You could have shortened the scenes with. Run away, waitress, run away. Again, he punched a woman right in the face. Again, different time, guys. You get, of course, you get the obligatory panty shot because she's wearing a skirt. Again, I apologize for nothing, guys. These podcasts were not meant for children. I don't have kids. I have a niece, but I'm not going to see her for a while. Smoking's not a pleasure. It's bad. There's an unrated version, but I think the unrated version is on the Blu-ray. But it doesn't matter. It's still the same film. Smoking doesn't make you healthier. That's why I don't do it. I want to keep my lungs clean. Paul Walker never made it to old age because he died so young at 40. That's why I want to take care of myself. It was hard to get to 40. It was. She's attractive. This girl that plays the waitress. Again, we do that. We're we're heterosexual men. Ugh, rats. Yeah. I hope I don't see a rat this summer. She looks like a soap opera star. Like Anna de Armas was a soap opera star. Josh would know that. Why? Because he doesn't do his research. I have the brain. Me. My brain is not gone somewhere else. No, I think. I think before I do things. I'm not running away from all my problems. Even Elsa didn't do that. She makes logical decisions and then runs. I love her hair. She has dark hair. I make a decision and I stick with it. I don't run away. I made a decision not to do this yesterday for Juneteenth because it's racist. Why? Because it has a rapper acting, so-called acting, and then black people being criminals. Again, it's a movie, not a documentary, guys. And remember, this is pre-COVID, 2014, 2013, 2014 when they filmed it. It's not meant to be taken seriously. Mm. And I still prefer black girls, though. That is just my thing. It's not a fetish. It's a preference. It is what defines me. Why? Because it's the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Lola. If the RZA was not the villain, I think this would have gotten more praise because like he talks like Elmer Fudd. I'm like, he's a rapper. He talks through his teeth. That was awesome. He did a Batman. Lino was in the original. Hey Lola. This wasn't direct to video. This was released in theaters. Hey, look, it's Kurgan. I remember him. He was a wrestler in the late 90s. This is a very well shot movie. I'd sit through this any day over Joker Folly a Doof. Because while that's well shot, it's a joke. Literally. It's over 2 hours. It's up its own anus. They sing in it. Why? I don't think DC movies they need to sing in. I'm sorry, guys. It was awkward when I saw the women singing in the Snyder Cut. Why? It's just padding out the running time. You're not a musical. You don't need to sing. There's a gold. Around here, you know. He talks weird. It, I didn't see. I saw the unrated cut, I think, once, but it's not much of an unrated cut. It's not much. It's like, it's not like the unrated cut of Live Free or Die Hard. I know when a movie entertains me and when it doesn't. And I bought this movie twice. I got the DVD and the Blu-ray, so never back there. I'm not looking for realism in an action movie, guys. It's an action film or a thriller. I'm not looking for realism. Realism, go see a documentary about Comic-Con. That's as real as it gets. Those are real people really going to the convention and really enjoying themselves and showing their personalities. I could shut this off because it's been on all morning, so I can handle it. This movie's not that long. It's going to be 86 today, so I can handle it. Because why am I going to look for realism in a movie that's not realistic? I mean, he literally threw a guy into the police station. That defies all logic, but it's a movie. I can suspend my disbelief to a certain extent. When they're trying to insult my intelligence, like Fast and the Furious 8 through 10, that's a problem. Because cars don't fly. Back to Back to the Future is a sci-fi movie. That's why the car can fly. But again, that's a different genre. Fast and the Furious is not science fiction. That's an awesome scene. I love seeing real cars getting destroyed on camera because it doesn't look fake. This movie is not a CGI fest like a lot of films today where they look so bad. Even the backgrounds have to be CGI. This was filmed in Europe, and you could tell because it's a lot cleaner than Brooklyn. Let me tell you. Good stuff. If you've never seen this movie, I say stream it. See this and then probably see the French version. I'll see the French version in July or August. I just don't want to read subtitles. I'm lazy. I want to just watch a movie, not read it. If I want to read, I'll read a comic or a book or a novel or even a manual, but I'm not going to read a movie. Not anytime soon. It's I never saw this actress in a movie again because again, I'm not European. But she's attractive. This is really well shot. You know, because I've seen direct-to-video movies that look way worse than this. That they look like they look cheap. This has a budget because I don't know how this movie costs less than like $50 million, and it looks better than movies that are $200 to $400 million. because you're not using bad CGI or making the movie 3 hours long. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Unless you're Avatar, I get why the budget is so big. But if you're not Avatar, where did the money go? I know this actor. He's a Canadian actor. Oh, politics, Reno. Yeah. Let's just say let's just say that the RZA is not Jamie Foxx. He's not even Ice Cube or Ice T, which again they can act. They're not just yo 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 rappers. They actually can act. They show emotion. They could be dramatic. They could be funny. They could be intense. This guy's like, yo, I'm talking like this, Reno. I'm like, no, you're not intimidating, RZA. You're a great rapper, but you know Wu-Tang Clan. I remember that in the '90s, but you're not an actor. Sorry. Again, they cut that away because it's a PG-13. They don't show a lot of blood in this. America. This was not filmed in America. The one of the opening credits showed Europa, which is a company in Europe. That's not American, guys. It's Relatively Media distributed this film, but it was mainly an American actor filmed in Europe. There's some good actors here, but the RZA is not an actor. He's not. I liked again with the Golden Arms or whatever, but or the Iron Fist, but he's not the part. He's the part of the movie that's a problem. When he fights, it's fine, but when he talks, it's weak. It's 10 o'clock already. The next holiday is the 4th of July in 2 weeks. Then after that, I'm seeing Superman, and I'm gonna fly to the sky. When that movie makes $1 billion, I'm gonna say, "I told you so. I told you so. I told you so." Because I have faith in James Gunn making Superman soar again after Man of Steel just crashed into a freaking brick wall. Why? Because they wanted to. We're not going to be Marvel, so we're going to make every movie depressing and unfunny. I'm like, that didn't stop until we got to like Wonder Woman. They finally lightened up a little bit and threw in some jokes and lighter moments and gorgeous women's legs in my face. That did it for me, guys. That wasn't a feminist movie. That's the only f bomb in the movie. They probably were going to make this R-rated, but you know they had to cut it down for a PG-13. Like Live Free or Die Hard, it was originally going to be R, but the studio interfered, so they're like, no, this movie won't sell if it's not for kids, so make it PG-13. I still like the action. I love it. Len Wiseman proved himself, especially with Ballerina last week. When I saw that a few days ago, I'm like, it's awesome. It's going to be one of those movies that becomes a cult classic, like one of those hidden gem not really sequel spin-offs. I knew it wasn't going to make money because John Wick is not the main character in it. It's his franchise. I acknowledge that. I've seen all the John Wick movies. I saw one of them in the theater, the second one. But those aren't realistic either, because especially the sequels where this man gets shot, stabbed, and punched and kicked and knocked through glass, and he's fine. He should have been in the hospital like 100 times over by the fourth movie. I mean, the man falls down a flight of stairs. That hurts on principle. When I felt last time I fell down a flight of stairs, I thought I broke my leg, but no, my bones are nice and strong. It's a fun movie. It's entertaining. Is it realistic? No, but it's the kind of action movies I miss nowadays. A nice clean number, running time, good action throughout, a fast pace. It doesn't slow down for 30 minutes, and it's mostly got people that can act, even in their own, even though they're not American. David Belkat doesn't have to say much to show, to leave an impression on you, compared to the RZA, where they give him a little bit too much dialogue every time he's on screen. I better stay hydrated today. I got a new TV now. I'm gonna use it because I've had to use the same TV for the past 6 years since a month before COVID hit in China, and I had it for 6 years, December of 2019 until this year. Thoughts on Action Jackson? It's underrated. I haven't seen it in years because the DVD I had was the full screen version. The movie's only widescreen on Blu-ray and on streaming. I really miss Carl Weathers, man. I could put this this one I could take out. I did a podcast for that one already. It's a fun movie. Just rewatched it a couple of days ago. Been a while since I've seen it. I agree. It's one of the most underrated action movies. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, they had use a flamethrower. That they don't use flamethrowers in every action movie now. They did in Ballerina. And it was awesome. It was intense because the flames are real. They're not CGI. Some of it might be, when they're on fire, but it's. Do I like ribs? Yeah. How do you like your ribs? Burn, burn. Yeah. He hopped in. They have American flags in other countries. The U.S. Embassy. The line from the movie. Yeah. Whee! You saw that polluting the air. Delaplane. One of these days, you're gonna really piss me off. Delaplane. Mm. Get out of my way, boxes. At least they're still on the ground. Again, they did this in Fast and the Furious, and it was even more ridiculous because they're driving a car on a skyscraper. They don't know how gravity works. Their car is not going to fly like this. It's going to fall straight down and crash. Reading a review starring with Beverly Hills Cop on steroids. Yeah, it is. Action films don't have to be realistic. None of them. Is a Detroit cop just like Axel Foley and both African American and black. You can say black. I say black all the time. I'm not politically correct. Who's that supposed to be? Killer Croc from Suicide Squad? Because it looks like it. I'll take this any day over the Transformer sequels because those are too long and they don't know when to end. Yeah, they don't know when to end. Like the same year, Age of Extinction came out, and I was like, oh my god, just end, please. Why is this movie 2 hours and 45 minutes? It doesn't need to be that long. Movies do not need to be that long. If you're gonna make it that long, make it a mini series, a TV show, or do it in parts. Wicked had to. I mean, they couldn't put the entire play in one movie because, again, they could make more money if they released two parts. That's Hollywood's mentality. Do it in two parts and we'll get double the money. Yeah, if the movie's not boring. That's a cool POV shot. Goes at a fast pace. Yeah, it does. It's short. Is it 2.5 hours? No. You gave her a soda or a booze. I don't know. That looks like a soda, like a root beer or something. Because I don't drink. I don't want to damage my brain. I don't want to be there myself. You know what I mean? And I'll take her any day over Sofia Vergara because Sofia Vergara is loud and obnoxious. That's why she doesn't do movies anymore. She does commercials. Good. Less pain, right? And he talks like he's half awake. AKA Shadow Warriors. I never heard of that. You just you destroyed the TV. You know how expensive those HD TVs are, even back then? Yeah, they're pricey. I took care of every HD TV I've ever had in this house. I've had four of them so far. This is my fourth HD TV, and I've never thrown a Wii remote to it or anything because I'm like, no, I'm not that violent. If I'm angry, I'll throw something at a wall instead of at an thing because walls could be replaced. Computer chip. Hurricane Smith, never heard of that. I see, I do see movie subtitle, but I did a bunch of them in May. 45 minutes in. Yeah, exactly. Wink, wink. Nah. He had potential to do more. Yeah, he was in the Mandalorian. That was the last thing I saw him in before he passed. 46 minutes. I gotta brush my teeth later. It really is entertaining. Like I don't hate this movie. I know when I hate a movie, guys. I don't own the film. I can't stand Age of Extinction. I never had a copy of that movie because it's so boring. I'm like, oh my god, just end, please. I saw it in the theater, summer of 2014, and I was like, this movie is 20 or 30 minutes too long. If it was 2 hours, I can take it, but it's not 2 hours. They got an extra 30 minutes in China, and then the adds nothing to the plot. It's there to pad the running time. I don't know if this actor's dubbed or not, but it's still fine. It doesn't look. It's not Madam Web. That's some horrible dubbing. She looks like the woman from Black Panther, or The Walking Dead. Dani Garai. I don't know how to say her name. It's just Okoye. Yes, ma'am. Bosoms are good. I agree. Ooh la la Lola. Sexy women, man. She's plump too. I love that. I'm into brunettes. They're my favorite kind of women. Craig R. Baxley even directed Action Jackson. I Come in Peace, Stone Cold, and Sniper 2. Yeah. Mm. Yes, ma'am. Give me this women any day over someone like Naomi Scott or Ella Balanska or freaking Nico Parker. I'm just not a fan of you. You're just a discount Zendaya. Okay. Yeah. That, yep. There's some blood, but it's not. There's not a ton of gore. Like Ballerina's way more violent than this. I know. I saw it a few days ago. That was awesome. Yeah, I think this was in 3D. Mm, mm. I'd love to play with her. It's my taste, guys. I'm sorry. I will never apologize for my taste or use excuses about it. I put a lot of pictures of Tika Sumpter on Facebook. Of course I do. Look at her. In the Sonic movies, I'm like, yeah, those are a step up from the ride along films she did. Kurgan, yeah. They put a former professional wrestler. Your favorite John Wick movie? The first one. It was short, simple, and to the point, and it didn't drag like some of the sequels did. Because I'm like, the sequels are awesome, but they needed to be shorter, especially 3 and 4. Oh my god, Ballerina was only 2 hours and 5 minutes, I think, with the end credits, but it didn't drag like these other movies did. 4 was like there's this whole subplot with the Russians that could have been cut entirely. If I do that one, I'm gonna tell you, yeah. You're screwed now. A real life cop. And years, not years, years. He talks weird, man. Yeah, you know what this guy said? He said he talks like Elmer Fudd. I'm like, because he's a rapper. He's not a sing. He's not an actor. He has the same look at his that dire look on his face. This thing, dude, not ting. He has a speech impediment. Yes, he talks weird, guys. It's the worst part of the movie. The Rizzo every time he has to talk. When he's shooting something, I get it, but when he's talking, I'm like, yeah, why you talk like that? I want to do this thing. I'm like, ting? There's an H in there. It's thing, not ting. Some people just say things wrong. Yeah, they do. Even if they're Americans, they're not a puss. Oh, she got banged up a little bit by that gorgeous black woman. Yes. Also, Tia Carrera, she's sexy. She was in the recent remake of Lilo and Stitch. Also, rest in peace to that actor that passed away. He just passed away, and the movie just came out. It's crazy how fast life can end. That's why I want to take care of myself. We're about 2/3 of the way through the movie. DT, who's DT? What? Oh my god. And at least the RZA is not. He's not in Bobby Z, so it's a much better movie because it doesn't have the RZA. Olivia Wilde, I met her and she can act and she's gorgeous, man. Everybody in that movie can act compared to this guy. Your 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 people? You mean white people? He had a cameo in Home Alone 2 and then oh, you mean the president. Yeah, I'm not gonna say much. This is not a political movie. Yes, I know who you're talking about. You don't have to worry, Salvatore, because you don't live in the States. You live in Australia. They don't have they got a prime minister there. They don't have presidents over there. I'm not gonna say anything because again, this is not a political movie. If this was Captain America, Brave New World, which again people were very, uh, that was very political. But I get it. But you know, only political action to accept on the chat. Yeah, but this is not a political movie. It's a crime action film. It's not a crime. It's not a political movie. Oh, it's got a bunch of black people. It's not political, guys. Because I'll eventually do Captain America: Brave New World, but I'm not gonna do it on a political day. She's got amazing legs, Lola, just like Annika does. This guy also looks like a professional wrestler. He looks like a Ryback. Yeah. Rambo and Raphael should do a crossover, I reckon. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. If this was made in 2025, this would have had a bunch of actors that sound bored, or it would have been 2.5 hours. Because movies, God forbid, you make a movie that's under 2 hours now in the theater. That's not for kids. Ballerina pulled it off, guys. It only flopped because again, bad timing. People are sick of leads that are female for some reason, and the movie was, it was a spin-off of a John Wick movie, and John Wick is a side character, but it worked for me. Yeah. Uh, Whee! That was awesome. And you could see everything. It's not badly edited. The Taken sequels are much worse than this. And Transporter 3, where it's so badly edited you can't see what's going. And Colombiana. Oh my god, that editing is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. They cut it. Hey. Because I just saw Nothing to Lose a few weeks ago, and it was fun. It's not a classic, but it's funny. Obaf. I don't know who Obaf is. Oibaf. Yeah, that's not realistic. He broke a car window with his elbow. Run, guys. Typo thing. Yeah, it's the technology. Even AI can screw up. Whee! We're almost done. We're an hour in. That's why I'm not doing the Dark Knight for a while, until the like halfway through July. hmm Taking over, which is crazy. Yeah, because everything wants to use AI. This DVD player doesn't have any AI in it. It's just a regular DVD player, portable. James Cameron is a sellout. Yeah, because everything he does has got to be. Everything has to be digital for him now. He can't make a movie anymore. He's making a cutscene for a video game. Yep, where else would they be? We're 63 minutes in now. Almost done. Because the dark with Batman Begins is just too long. That's why I took 2 days off to rest. This guy can jump on anything, man. Hey. A brick, get it? There sure are a lot of things hitting the camera. I think this was originally filmed in 3D because 3D was everywhere in 2014. Even movies that didn't have the gimmick had bricks. Had things hitting the camera. A sniper rifle. James Cameron sold out the moment he did Avatar. It's like I'm never gonna make cinema again. Everything is gonna be done with computers and barely any humanity anymore. That's why I hated the first Avatar. I was bored out of my mind, guys. I rented it 15 years ago. I'm like, what's the hoopla of all these CGI blue cats? Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's a dull movie. It only made all that money because of the visual experience, but not for the plot. It didn't set the world on fire like Frozen or the Avengers or something. No, it's just, it was forgotten. They're overrated. The most overrated films I've ever seen. Well, one of the most overrated films I've ever seen. At least The Dark Knight is well made and it's shorter than. It's 2 hours and 24 minutes. The first Avatar is way longer than that. Loading database. The girls are still on the roof. Mm. Again, amazing legs. Rocket. Team Ricket. I got it to show. Yeah. No screen presence whatsoever, man. He talks like that in every movie he's been in. Unless he's gonna rap in a movie. No, that's another movie. That's a better movie called Bad Boys 4. It is a better movie. They was flawed. I think there's too many characters in it that they add, and they had to recast Mike, not Mike, Marcus's wife. But again, that was a stupid decision. But again, I wasn't watching it for her. Fire Escape. Kurgan is a massive man, even back then. It's Team Bucket. Whee! Hey, if they could do this in the Jason Bourne movies, they could do it here. Tom Cruise also can do that. Whee! Slow mo. Yep. Again, they don't know how gravity works. What goes up must come down. Are there better movies than this? Yes, I just said a couple of them, but there's also way worse. Age of Extinction, the Taken sequels, Transporter 3, Columbiana, that the Last Day of American Crime on Netflix. It's way worse than this because it's 2.5 hours. It doesn't need to be that long. If you're gonna bore me in 90 minutes. Don't do it in 2.5 hours. Here comes Kurgan. 70 minutes in. This is like a boss fight in a video game. Yep, slow mo punch. So was he trying to do the Superman punch? A lead pipe. That didn't work. Rah! Yep, he punched a cement block with his bare fist. Phew. It is a boss fight. Whee! The Legend of Hercules is way worse than this too. He's down and out. Yep, back. The rocket's back online. In 6 minutes, it's gonna launch. Your past. Ting. It's thing, not ting. Yes, ma'am. Got those sexy legs on her head. That's hot, man. Look at that. Yep. Panty shot again. What are you so afraid of, guys? Tell me, what are you so afraid of? You're afraid of vag? Again, they exist. They're real. Nowadays, they're so afraid for women to be sexy and badass. And I'm like, yeah, again, guys, I'm not scared of nothing. Okay, I've seen sexy women at every Comic Con I've been to. And trust me, this year won't be any different when I go in October. Because I love women. It's why I go there, besides the celebrity appearances and the comics and everything. He's got, I gotta disarm this tang. It's thing, not tang. Can't even speak English. He's got a speech impediment. That's why you shouldn't act. If you have a speech impediment, don't act. Be a director or a writer or something, or do the catering. Don't talk. I really wish I met Paul Walker before he passed away, man. 75 minutes in. Get why some actors love to say things wrong. Yeah, especially when he doesn't have an accent, so there's no excuse. He's a rapper. Rappers, yo, they rap. They don't say things right, especially when they're supposed to act most of the time. What a flip. Gecko Chop, baby. Yeah, I didn't know that. I forgot that this had an unrated version. 1 minute. These guys have been fighting each other and working with each other at the same time, like Deadpool Wolverine, except that's done way better. Again, it's R rated, and it's hilarious. And it was a superhero movie that defied all expectations. People thought it was gonna suck. People thought the MCU was gonna neuter it, and they did not. Is it the best Deadpool movie? No, I still think the first one is the best because it was an anomaly. It was in a league of its own. 34 seconds. Flashbacks. It's a fake. That city will never be safe. That's clearly not that's clearly not Detroit. They filmed it somewhere else. Oh my. The American flag, yeah. Even though this wasn't filmed there. Uh-oh. This isn't one of the worst movies of that year. Hmm. $80 minutes in. Here. It's weird. Or what? Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. One finger salute. Yep, we got you. Breaking news. Do not pass. Hey, kids. I like her dress. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Yeah, I miss him a lot. That's it. That's it. Rest in peace, man. Loving memories of Paul Walker. Thank you, Paul. I miss him a lot, man. It's a damn shame that he died in a car accident, but hey, his memory and his movies will live on forever. Thanks, Paul Walker. Anyway, that was Brick Mansions. Thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and I won't be doing a podcast tomorrow. I'm going to a parade. So Sunday, I'll be doing another Paul Walker movie, Bobby Z. So see you then.